Afternoon driver, switch cabs here and set up your train for departure. Refer to the manual for starting from cold. Okay, so we don't need this cab, so we can press Control, Alt and minus, no, plus, to go to the rear cab. So we are in the AP class 375/377 enhancement pack, which was released yesterday. By yesterday, I mean Monday. I think this video will go out on Thursday. Anyway. Okay, I got the manual open on my laptop for a cold start. So, step 1. Hold the aux on button down for 7 seconds. So, aux on is over here. So hold this for 7 seconds. Okay. There we go. The auxiliaries are on. Step 2. The speedometer will carry out a self-test, which is this. That. Step 3. Turn the master key in by pressing Shift W. That. Move the reverser to neutral by pressing S. Reset the AWS. Either hold the AC system select or DC system select button down, depending on whether you are below overhead wires or on the third rail. So hold this down. Like that. You will now need to wait 3 minutes for the auxiliary compressor to build up sufficient air pressure to allow you to either raise the pantograph or drop the shoes. So wait for 3 minutes. Although I guess in the meantime we could just set up the TMS and the GSMR. So driver ID. Activate driver's operation, yes. So driver ID, click this. Search driver ID, so this one. Enter. And route code, I want, nope, 9996. Enter. There will be not in service. Send. Go over to the GSMR. This is train 5 Yankee 431208 Selhurst traction and rolling stock maintenance depot to London Victoria. So 5 Yankee 43, register, 5 Yankee 43. Oh, that's a bit of a spelling mistake. WYXZ. I'm sure that's wrong. And what signal? I don't know where we are. 377. Put in this 1, 2, 5. Enter. Wait, check head code, and we are registered as 5 Yankee 43. Set this to 12. And wait for the rest of the 3 minutes. The shoes have now been dropped, apparently. I think they did. Why is this shoe there? Oh, 455. I should have put it in the sound pack. That's my mistake. Anyway, what we need to do now is wait for this to get up to 6 bars, I think. 6.5 bars on this. So as you see, I do have a line light with a face on it. Turn the DRA off. So passenger view. Yeah, AP has given us a brand new passenger view, and it looks really nice. Also, the thing about this, if you press the left and right arrows, you can actually move around the cab view. So now we're in first class in the rear, which is the front. I think it's the front. I think that was just a really cool touch. So our brake bar pressure has increased. Just need to wait for the main reservoir. It says Davies and Metcalfe something Romilly and Manchester. Was that built in Manchester? That's so cool. I thought they was built in Derby. Also the speed set. You have to apply power, then activate the speed set. So, like in the 91, it's full stop and comma to increase and decrease the speed set. Then you press, I think it's control. I think it's control full stop to actually activate the speed set. So the speed set increases in 5, all the way from 0 to 100. And then you put it back down to 0. The speed limit over here is 15 miles an hour, so I just put it to that. So now we have 6.5 bars of pressure. We can now release the brake and apply power. It would help if you put it in forward. So what I can do now is press control and full stop. And speed set is now on. So outside we have a destination of out of service. I need to go and check the points. Like that one. So out of service. This is coach number 1 of 8. So if I go to the end, out of service. This is coach number 8 of 8. Yeah, that feature is still really cool. I wonder how I turn the instrument lights off. I'm sure I can do it within TMS. Pascon driver's menu, direction, status, PIS, settings, event overview. There's nothing. Settings. Instrument illumination. I'll turn it off. Cool. Yeah, it is daylight, so I don't really need it on. There's a 377s on the left, just stabled. Actually, this train is found of 8 coaches. 8. 8. 8. Click and drag. No. There we go. Yeah, the thing about my mouse is that if you click, nothing happens. Then if you click in a very certain location on the mouse, it double clicks. It's very frustrating. I should really order a new one. So reverse here and then travel into Victoria. So to shut down the cab, you need to put the DRA on, headlights off. So I assume that's the tail light. Yep. Tail lights, and then reverser to off, magic key out. Go to the other end, like this. Switch cabs here and head into London Victoria, arriving at 12:49. So this cab has air pressure in it. The shoes are already down. So insert the magic key. Reverser to neutral. Reset the AWS, DRA off. Car set reminder to 8. The headlights are on the day position. And we should be good to go after I set up the TMS and the GSMR. So yes, driver ID. That one. The destination has already been set, so send. So the GSMR. That's the GSMR setup. And now we can get going. So let's check our path. It is fine. And we can now depart for London Victoria. I'm not sure if Southeastern drivers are actually meant to use speed set. I don't think they are. So I probably won't use it. I just turned off the instrument lights because I kind of don't need them because it's like 20 past 12 in the afternoon, so it's bright. So far I am really enjoying this new EP. Just like I did with 156, the last one I did a first look of. And the current time is 9:42 in the morning, the day after I put out the first look video, and it already has 178 views. So that video blew up really quickly. So we're timetable to pass through Selhurst at 12:17, and we're already a bit behind the actual train. But we do get to Victoria on time because we're stuck behind a stopping passenger train from Epsom. So try and maintain a constant speed of 15 miles an hour. Also around this curve you can't see the signal until the last minute. I wish RSC put in like a repeater on this curve, because I'm pretty sure there's probably one in real life as well. So line to the left goes to East Croydon. Line from the left is from London Bridge and Crystal Palace. The line joining from the left is from East Croydon, and the line going straight on goes to Clapham Junction. Or you can also come off at Streatham Common and go towards Tulse Hill. Speed limit is also 20 miles an hour. I can't see the signal because it's literally right around the corner. So our signal up ahead is displaying a danger aspect. So I'll come to a gentle stop even though there's nobody on board. And stop. So reverse it to neutral, DRA on. Request to pass signal at danger approved. So reverse it to forward, DRA off, and power to notch 3. So this is pretty much a hill start. So I just had to quickly edit the scenario because the stopping train in front wouldn't move, just like the stupid Pendolino in Liverpool. So edit scenario, put in a different train in place of the stopping train, and then just run the scenario again. There's a 455 to Caterham. For some reason, I put that 455 to special, and it's still waiting for me to pass it, even though I put my train as a light engine. That's strange. So this is Selhurst Station. There's a 377 going to Portsmouth and Bognor Regis. So I'm not entirely sure where it will split. I think it'll split. It's either Three Bridges or Haywards Heath. So we can accelerate to 40 miles an hour. Oh yeah, listen to that. Sounds so good. Speed limit now is 60 miles an hour. Next station is Thornton Heath. So just before we get into Thornton Heath, the speed limit goes down to 45 miles an hour as we pass through the platforms. So add other power at 45 and accelerate back up to 60 after we pass through Thornton Heath. So yes, last night I made this scenario. It took me about 4 hours, I think. Just because London is so busy and the timetable is slowly going back to normal. because of the coronavirus pandemic. So speed limit is now 60 miles an hour. Even during the height of the pandemic, London is still busy because it's London. And we can now accelerate to 60 miles an hour. What I do find a bit confusing is a southeastern train in Selhurst. Like, why? Why isn't this operated by Southern? Because that would make more sense. I also found that this train ran from London Victoria to Selhurst, Selhurst to London Victoria, then London Victoria to the sidings in Victoria. So maybe this was one of Southeastern's 707 tests and not 375. But I don't know. So if you want to drive this for yourself, I highly recommend you do, because this took ages. So I will put this on Google Drive. I will also put this on alanthomsonsim.com. B77 to Epsom Downs. This is Norbury Station. Next one is Streatham Common, where the line towards Tulse Hill comes off, and then you can go to London Bridge. If I could get a decent frame rate, that would be nice. So what do I think of it so far? It is absolutely amazing. So you require the DTG Chatham main line to run it, and then you just buy the EP from the EP store. I'll tell the speed limit goes down to 45. This is Streatham Common. So we should catch up to the stopping train near Balham, where we join the line from Streatham Hill. Speed limits are going back up to 60 miles an hour. We should also have quite a lot of trains overtaking us, mainly from the Brighton direction. So taking a look outside. Yeah, I do like the Southeastern blue livery. It looks really nice. So the passenger view. Cool. Come on, stop lagging. So up ahead we have a double yellow, which means we need to stop at the signal after the next one, because the stopping train is there. So our stopping train is timetable to stop in Balham for about 2 minutes, which should be more than enough time for us to catch up to it. B77 is going to Littlehampton. I think from yesterday, Boris Johnson relaxed the lockdown rules a bit, so now we can meet up to 6 people from a different household. Don't know why 6. So because it also encouraged people to go back to work while maintaining social distancing. So how are you going to maintain social distancing on a train is difficult. So one way you can do it is by making the trains longer, which means using more stock. Missing a yellow. I guess that would also involve running the same service but with longer trains, which means you would run out of stock. But yeah, I don't think the government knows what they're doing. So we have a dangerous specs up ahead. I wonder if TPWS is implemented. Because I don't think the Brighton Main Line has TPWS. 377s from Orr to Victoria. So I assume the stopping train is stopped in Wandsworth Common Station, just picking up passengers. So just roll up to it at about 5 miles an hour. So the station after Wandsworth Common is Clapham Junction, the biggest station in Europe in terms of trains per hour. Oh yeah, we should also be sat in Clapham Junction for a bit, because we are doing the platform 8 at London Victoria, which means we have to come onto the Upfast and then under the Brighton Main Line near Stuart's Lane Depot and onto the Southeastern lines. Singing yellow, which means we need to stop at the next station. This is Wandsworth Common Station, the other station being Wandsworth Road and the South London line, used by the London Overground between Clapham Junction and Clapham High Street. More 377s to East Grinstead. If I can get a frame rate. Signal light jumped out to a single yellow. Yeah, just keep cruising about 25 miles an hour. Oh, double yellow. So the actual train passed through Wandsworth Common at 12:36, and we are way early. I wonder why the train was sat outside Selhurst for ages. So Clapham Junction we are due through platform number 14. The speed limit also goes down to 20 miles an hour just before we enter the platform. So it's in yellow, which means we need to stop at the next signal. So I'll bring our speed down to 20 miles an hour. And there's the Orr train just waiting for a platform in Clapham. I can see the dangerous trucks up ahead, so bring our speed down to 10 miles an hour. Oh yeah, the warning, the frame rate will just crash. Or not crash, just be real low as we go through Clapham because there's literally so much track to load. So line from the left is the Southwestern Main Line from Woking. And in the distance is Clapham Junction station. There's literally so much lag, it's untrue. So generally just pull up to this danger aspect and hopefully it should change in a few minutes. I think this is a good place to stop. So brake to step 2, that, reverse it to neutral and DRA on. Oh, yellow. Rotor to forward, DRA off, power to notch 2. 3. So we have a signal yellow, which means we can now proceed to the next signal, which is in Clapham Junction station. So accelerate the train to about 20 miles an hour. And we are due through platform 14. So Clapham Junction has 17 platforms. So 1 and 2 are used by the London Overground. 3 to 6 are used on the trains towards Reading and Weybridge. Then 7 to 11 are on the southwestern main line towards Woking. 12 and 13 are used on the fast trains out of Victoria. 14 and 15 are used by the stopping trains out of Victoria. 16 and 17 are used on the West London line by Southern. This is Clapham Junction. C77s to Epsom Downs. So it's still yellow. So speed limit is going down to 30 as we cross over onto the up fast. Why is the 20 limit? Why is there a speed pole for 20 there? What is wrong with this route? So we're now crossing onto the up fast. So we're now on the down fast. now crossing onto the Upfast. Oh yeah, I should also say that there is no direct connection between the Brighton Main Line and the Portsmouth Direct Line, because they're really not connected. Well, here not connected, but if you came so at East Croydon, you go straight on towards Norwood Junction, come off towards Crystal Palace, then go through Denmark Hill, then come right and then down into Waterloo. So you could do that. I think Southeastern have done that a few times before, because of London Bridge being closed for redevelopment. So 45. So the speed limit going straight on is 30 miles an hour. 277 is going out to Southampton and Bognor Regis. I don't think I've ever driven down here before. The line going to the right will go up and over us into London Victoria. So we go down and around to join up with the Southeastern lines and arrive into London Victoria in platform 8. So maintaining 30 even though the speed limit is going down to 15 pretty soon. Lines on the left are out of London Waterloo, the UK's biggest station, with 24 platforms. The station coming up in the distance is Queen's Road, Battersea. I think it's called that. That's the driver safety device, and the speed limit is also going down to 15. So start braking for that. I think the line to the right it joins up with Wandsworth Common. No, Wandsworth Road. Clapham Junction is just a giant mess of lines, because you have the Waterloo, you have trains out of Waterloo, you have trains out of Victoria, you have trains from Denmark Hill, you have trains from the West London line, and then they all converge at Clapham Junction, and it's just a mess, an organised mess. So we're now going past Stewart's Lane Depot. We're going down on the gradient of 1 to 40, which is really steep. Oh yeah, the frame rate should improve as we enter Victoria. So now crossing under the lines out of Waterloo. Yeah, that's what the underneath of the AP track pack looks like. In the up ahead is Battersea Power Station, which is closed. So what I thought would be cool was taking like a train from Brighton to Waterloo. So imagine this like hypothetical scenario where London Victoria was closed for, I don't know, engineering work. So what you could do is run a train from Brighton to London Waterloo. Like I wonder if it would be possible to merge the Portsmouth Direct line with the Brighton main line. Because that sounds cool. Yeah, so yeah, a 377 from Brighton to Waterloo. You know, ascending at a gradient of 1 to 28, which is also really steep. It's notch 2. Speed limit is also 35. I pressed Q. I was repeatedly mashing Q. Who 375? 375s to Ramsgate. Two 777s out to Reigate. Does that train have a pantograph? No, I don't think so. Answer the question and nobody asked. So on our train we have 375926 and we have 375824. So this train is formed of 8 coaches. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. We're now crossing over the River Thames. And we have a ticket yellow. There's repositioning the camera. We have a double yellow. So we're due into platform 8 at 12:49. So we're going to arrive a little bit early, which is good. We also have to pick up passengers, which will be the first time opening the doors. First time opening the doors. 377 out to Epsom. .465 going out to Gillingham. Speed limits are going down to 15 miles an hour as we approach London Victoria. We have a ticket yellow with an 8 in the theatre box. I think that's what it's called. What do you call it? A route indicator? So just maintain 50 miles an hour until we get to the buffer stops. So this is London Victoria. Yeah, I would have pictured London Victoria a bit more busier, but then I remembered I run out of platforms in the scenario editor. Also, I think Southeastern haven't returned to their normal timetable yet, so it's a little quieter than usual. So this is the end of the video when we get into the buffer stops. So I hope you enjoyed me taking this pair of 375s out from Selhurst into Victoria. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Just need to get to the end of the buffer stops first. So I do highly recommend that you purchase this 375, 377 enhancement from Armstrong Powerhouse. It is absolutely amazing. You definitely should go buy it. I think it's on sale for about 17 quid. It's worth every penny. So slowly just pull out to the buffer stops. So follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Follow me on Twitch for live streams. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I don't know what that'll be. I have to think of something. So arrival into London, Victoria. And stop. So open the doors. So reverser to neutral, gear rate on, headlights to tail. So open the doors. You press T. So press T. And then you press, I think it's O. There we go.